Hello and welcome to the week. Another encounter is underway in Kathwa's Bilawar area. Once again, this encounter is happening in the forested and wooded area in Kathua. This is the third encounter in the last 9 days in Kathua. The first was on March 23 when a group of militants were spotted in Sanyal forest. These militants had taken a woman and her husband captive, and also a minor girl was there. However, the couple and that girl managed to escape from the clutches of these militants as per security forces. In that incident, this minor girl was injured. She was later shifted to hospital and recovered after treatment. Soon after these militants were spotted in Sanyal area in Kathua, security forces launched an operation, but the militants managed to flee. A few days later, these militants were spotted in other area in Kathua around 30 kilometers at Jathuna. And when the security forces moved in to take on these militants, in the initial contact with these militants that was led by the special operation group of police along supported by small contingents from CRP and army. In the initial engagement, 4 security forces personnel, mostly from the SOG of police, were fatally wounded, and later they succumbed to their injuries. And when the night fell, the operation was slowed down, but the bodies could not be retrieved. And the next morning, the security forces brought in more reinforcements, and the entire area was cordoned off, and their siege was laid, and slowly and meticulously this operation continued in the next day. And later the security forces were able to retrieve the bodies of these 4 policemen. In that second encounter, 7 security forces personnel, including a DSP, Deputy Superintendent of Police, and 2 army personnel were also injured. In that encounter later, the bodies of 2 militants were recovered, and security forces said that these were militants from Jaish-e-Muhammad and a freshly infiltrated group from across the line of control from Pakistan. Later, the Director General of Police, Militant, said that the operation against these infiltrating groups, which is now believed that there are 2, 3, 4, maybe more small groups that have infiltrated into Kathua, and they will take them on, and the police will not sleep unless these militants are tackled. They are sorted out. That's what the DGP Militant said. And yesterday again, these militants were spotted, and in another area of Kathua, in Billawar, in Ramkot area, Bilawar, and security forces once again mobilized and engaged these militants in an encounter once again in a mountainous and a difficult terrain. And throughout the night, intermittent firing continued, and today again this encounter gained pace, and reportedly 1 militant was killed by noon and another was injured. However, this encounter is still going on. After the second encounter at Jathuna, police managed to arrest 6 people who they say that these 6 people from one family had aided and abetted the militants and guided them, provided them food, shelter and logistics. And they say that this family has a history of having links with militants, and 1 family member is also already in jail, and they are being interrogated, these 6 members, including 2 women from this family. Now the current encounter, security forces are combing the entire area, and lots of reinforcement has been rushed to the spot. And now the thing is that Kathua has witnessed these 3 encounters one after the other, and this comes when the winter is now slowly blurring into spring in Kashmir, and already in Jammu the temperature is quite high. It's no more winter in Jammu's plains. So it seems that the militants are now once again focusing their attention on Jammu. Remember, in the last 2-3 years we have seen heightened militant activity in Jammu, small groups operating in these wooded and difficult terrains and targeting security forces personnel. And in those encounters, in those strikes by militants in the last 3 to 4 years, we have seen security forces have suffered casualties. And once again, these militants, after striking, melt away into the forest, and it then becomes then difficult to trace them. Last year also some civilians also became target of attacks, especially when a bus carrying pilgrims from UP and other states was targeted at in Katra, when this bus was going from Katra to Shivkhori, and the driver lost control when the bus came under fire, and that bus fell into a gorge, and in that incident 7 pilgrims and the bus and the conductor lost their lives. So Kathua once again has witnessed upsurge in militant attacks, and security forces say that the possibility of these militant groups having freshly sneaked in, maybe perhaps exploiting some gaps on the international border, and maybe through a tunnel or a ravine, and then targeting security forces. So these attacks have raised an alarm in the security circles in Jammu and Kashmir, and this comes at a time when the center is trying to ensure that militant strikes are down in Jammu and Kashmir, and also remembers Home Minister Amit Shah will be visiting Jammu and Kashmir on 7th and 8th April for a major security review. And also these attacks are happening at a time when the center is finally, and the Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be arriving in Jammu on April 19th, inaugurate train from Katra to Kashmir, which got delayed. Now this train will be inaugurated on August 19th. So again, heightened security in Jammu, across Jammu, and once again the security forces are facing a challenge. This operation is currently on. We will bring you more details as this encounter progresses, but once again these encounters in Jammu, especially in Kathua, highlight that a security challenge is once again being witnessed in Jammu, especially in the border and in border areas, and areas bordering Pakistan occupied Kashmir in Rajouri and Poonch.